An 89% favorite from Miracle, says Twitch chat. Tyler Goblin Grandee, thank you for the resub. 15 months for Tyler with Prime. Yo, Chris. Yo, Tyler. All right, both players drop islands and pass. This is really just going to be a contest of who can play faster, it looks like. Here's Stoneforge.
I'm going to find a batter skull and pass.
Batter skull?
I'm old school, man.
Man, what year is this?
All right, the players appear to be having some fun.
Don't even show it to me. I just believe you that you're putting it.
There's an island.
I didn't present it.
Boarded out the batter skull.
I boarded it out last round.
Still sitting there.
Oh no.
Look at this. It's like the pressure of the camera is too much.
I sure did. I mean, to see if I presented if this is just a mulligan or if I actually presented an illegal list. Nope, I did not. All right.
So we not presented the legal?
Nope, I presented you 60 cards.
Okay, so 60 Magic the Gathering cards.
I have to figure out what card.
We don't have a batter.
Okay, so it seems like Phil accidentally left Batter Skull in the sideboard after siding it out last round, the round we just watched. Now player is awkwardly trying to figure out what to do. So this is very exciting.
I did not.
Cooldown complete. Hype train is ready to leave the station. So we could have another hype train potentially on today's live stream, everybody. I know this is exciting for everyone. Red Eyes Vikes with a great question. Is there a budget legacy deck for new players to use? And I think there's... By new players, I'm assuming you mean well-enfranchised, experienced Magic players who are new to Legacy. I'm assuming that's what you mean. And by budget, I guess you just mean like the bottom 10% as far as cost for a deck and not literally $50. Death and Taxes makes that list. 8 cast, I believe, still is in the budget range for Legacy. I may be mistaken on that. Oops All Spells, I think, is toward the bottom. And Burn is one of the cheapest decks that is still like tournament viable in the format. You can play in a decently sized competitive Magic Legacy tournament with Burn and do all right. You can do well with it. Also, Rainbow Depths is on the lower end. As far as price, I think most of Negator 77's lists that were popularized within the last couple of years for Rainbow Depths don't even run any reserve list cards as of when I last looked at it. So those are some options to look at. Did I say Death and Taxes? I think I did, right? Death and Taxes is up there. Actually, a cute bunny says Ninjas is comparatively cheap because 1 duel and 4 forces is it. I don't know the pricing on Ninjas off the top of my head. I'm not familiar with that deck enough. I also think Reanimator ranks towards the bottom. Reanimator might be a little bit more towards budget. Maybe somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not really the type of Magic player who's really in the know as far as, you know, like some people can look at a card and be like, oh yeah, that's actually 625 right now, and I just don't stay on top of it. How much is a volcanic island right now? TCG mid? I have no clue. I have no idea. Wandering Emperor found off Narset. The Wandering Emperor getting more and more popular with time in the Legacy format. Card's legit. I've seen it do some disgusting work. personally. KSV says DNT burn humans. Humans does seem budgety. Mono red goblins could be a good option. Goblins is on the cheaper side. That's true. On the Wind says the issue with blue decks is that the 6 forces cost 600. Yeah.
Pretty much that whole deck. An extension like this that you could get for a good extension like this, probably like $40, $35.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
No.
Yeah, I just get better next game.
Okay, looks like Force of Phil scooping there. The sideboard issue was too much to overcome. So the players are moving on to round 2, to game 2. Unfortunate. All right, Tundra Pass. And a Volcanic Island for Louise.
Good.
And then I'm going to play Mystic Sanctuary, putting Iteration on top of my deck. Yep. Your card becomes a 8/8.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move to combat, and I will swing 3.
Okay.
Which you get 8.
Yep.
Counterbalance.
Counterbalance coming down. Let's see if there's a response.
Yeah, counterbalance good.
Passer.
Looks like it resolves.
Never could quit it, could you?
Come on.
There's a plains and an island. Prismatic ending on counterbalance. Reveals Narset on top, and Fluster on the prismatic ending now should be able to counter it.
Way to play around putting it for 3 though. Okay. Go ahead. Let's play Narset.
I'll try Pyro Blast.
Fetch in response to the Pyroblast on Narset. Mystic Sanctuary is going to put Flusterstorm back on top and counter it. Saito says if you want a cheap Legacy control deck, blue-white with back to basics is not that expensive. 1 Tundra would be great. It's also the cheapest blue dual. And a Volk to help with a red splash. The rest, besides the Force of Will, is not expensive and also a good start in the format for a control player. Yeah, that may be true. I honestly don't know. Yeah, we mentioned depths before, the black-green or mono-black depths. I don't really know off the top of my head what's in the mono-black depths, but it sounds like it would be on the cheaper side. The mono-black Curses Stompy deck might also be in the lower price range, right? Just 2 Cydia traders? Or 3 Cydia traders?
Top top? Yeah, I know the top card with it.
Solemn says opinion of using proxies for expensive cards like Mox Opal or Tabernacle. I've been building an old school lands deck over the course of the last year, which I always wanted, but still couldn't afford a Tabernacle and Opal, so that's why I bought some proxies for now. I mean, if you're just playing in private with friends, why not? If your local event that you want to attend allows for it, why not? I mean, yeah, I don't see what the problem would be otherwise. Obviously, for a sanctioned tournament like an SEG Con or something like that, then you'd have a problem. Nico Robo, thanks for the sub with Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, 1917? No, 1817. I have two factors. Go with a. Try and ending the counter. Go ahead.
I'm pretty consistently, and I don't mean to dismiss Solemn's question, but I'm pretty consistently asked about proxies. Like I'm I think people want me to like take a side, or like, am I pro proxy? Am I anti proxy? I don't really. I can't really say I have a side. I'm just like, yeah. I mean, if proxies are okay and at your local shop, play proxies. If they're not, then you got to buy real cards. I don't really know what else I can really say. I don't really have any other take, really. Endorsing proxies. Yeah, that's another thing. Like I can't say I endorse proxies. That seems like weird to me to sit here and be like, you should use proxies, and the people you play with, you should allow them to use it too. That's just not really like where I stand. Everybody just do whatever. I don't know. Do whatever you want, everybody. Don't ask me. Just do whatever. Lewinell says Magic streamer espouses reasonable stance instead of picking a side for clout. Call the police. What's up, Jason? Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. The other thing is too, like, because I'm notoriously, and some people I think want to throw tomatoes at me for this. I'm notoriously against keeping the reserve list cards legal in Legacy. I'm against it. I think it would be better for everybody if they were banned. But that still is not me endorsing. I don't know. Enough about that. That's enough. Here's Jace. So Force of Phil's Jace will now die because of the legendary rule. I'm just kidding. It's your boy says along proxies the only way to get legacy events to fire up in Vermont. Yeah, I mean, if it works around your way in Vermont and legacy is firing and people are playing like crazy with proxies, then do that. If it works for your shop is able to keep its doors open and run proxy events, then do that. If you're playing kitchen table legacy with friends and they are strongly against you playing proxies and you want to keep them as friends, then don't use proxies. It's really that simple, everybody.
Because, yes. Two cards, right? Two cards left. Try and file an angel. Angel's Plowed.
Angel's Plowed. 2 angels left. Jace can potentially bounce one, but it seems like a little cautious to do that. Let's see. Doesn't want to lose the Jace is my guess. Here's to Ferry, though. This is a good try to see if this resolves before activating Jace. I'm a young base god says, if you are playing kitchen table and your friends are vehemently against proxies, you should find a new group of friends to be on TBH. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Like, if you only have proxies and, like, your friends don't want to let you use them, and so you're not really feeling like this is a good group for you to play with, That's fine. But some people, and like I understand this. Like some people, want to show off their collection, and they want you to show off your collection too. And I know I'm oversimplifying it, but they the part of Magic that they enjoy is seeing you play with your most prized cards in your collection, and they're playing with theirs. That's what the experience is all about for them. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Like it's not immoral for me and some friends. I don't have these things, but me and some friends to say we're gonna only play with beta cards and foils in French, and nothing else is allowed. Okay, that's what we enjoy. That's our house rules. And so I would be disrespecting that friend group if I showed up with like English Secret Lair cards, right? I don't know. The predict resolves before Narset. Steven, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Robert says proxies are permanent, friends are temporary. Yeah, you know what? You might be right. It's your boy says Yu-Gi-Oh cards are a proxy. That's a game loss. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh cards being used in Magic games is a big... it's something that we'll have to address at some point legally. We'll have to bring it to the courts of the DCI.
Yeah, you want to face it up? Sure, I'll face it. You got it.
All right. A scry here using Jace for Louise. Nick says, is there a list for Phil's Counterbalance Miracles? I don't have current lists from this event. It's logistically too difficult to get lists from everybody at these weekly tournaments. But if you are interested in deck lists, Force of Phil shares a lot of deck lists, and so do a lot of the other players that you see on stream in our Discord. ! Discord in the live chat. The links are down below if you're watching later. Feel free to jump in there and ask for a list. And look through what's already there. Okay, Nick is in the Discord. Okay, so that's a good first step, Nick. That's a good first step.
I don't want to be repetitive.
Okay.
That's probably the main
Point being, if you're looking for deck lists, jump in the Discord and ask for whatever you're looking for, and people will try to get it for you. Point you in the right direction. All right, game 2 goes to Force of Phil, and we are going to game 3. Steven says, hey guys, I am just new to MTG. What is the best advice for a new player getting better decks, buying singles or buying boosters? Which one? That's a tricky question. Depends how new to Magic you are. Most players would probably tell you at this point the best thing to do is buy singles. Only problem with that game plan being you might not know which singles you want to buy. If you're not that familiar yet with Magic and even know what you're looking for, depending on where you are in your journey, it might be worth it to go to something like Friday Night Magic and draft new sets to get a feel for not only how to play, but get a hold of some cards that you can stick into your decks. If Commander is your thing, the Commander precons are great to get started. Luinol backing up what I'm saying, maybe try playing Limited, which is like Draft or Sealed. They do that a lot at Friday Night Magic at local game stores. Also on Arena, they have those to practice. So you can acquire a collection while playing, while learning. But after you've warmed up and gradually gotten used to not only how to play, but now you understand what cards you're looking for, what cards will make your decks better, and you know, you have some direction on what you want to do. Then buying singles makes the most sense, I feel. But that only really works if you know what you're looking for, which may take some time if you're really new to the game. And it looks like most people in Twitch chat agree with me. There are a lot of resources on the internet too, Discord servers and forums, Reddits, even Twitter, where people post deck lists from sites like MTG Goldfish and Moxfield and whatnot, and ask people, hey, what should I add to this deck? And people will name a few cards you should check out, and if you like them, just buy them as singles. Don't buy packs to find cards you're looking for.
Oh, man, I just meant like a week.
I know what you meant. I'm just saying.
And if you're new to the game too, I think a great way to get familiar with almost everything is to try MTG Arena. I think that's a good place for most new players to start and get acquainted with the game and how everything works. Just figure out what the heck is going on. Good learning tool.
I don't know what happened on Thursday. We only had 12 people. It wasn't like that. I'm not exaggerating. 4 out of the 12 people were on blue-white chalice control, and then another 3 people were on 4-color. I'm like, I just want to go back.
Honestly,
I was still on. Is it breach?
Power Blast on Narset.
So like, it looks like now 4-color.
Yeah, just to enhance what Roberts is saying in chat about local game stores. The best thing you can do, really, if you're a new Magic player, also, one of the best things you could do is find a community to be a part of. Find a local game store or a meetup group or something like that where people are playing Magic and you can go hang out and not just socialize, but learn the game, meet new people, trade some cards, etc. It is a social game after all. Here's Savine's Reclamation on the stack with a Snapcaster in response for Force of Fill and a Fetch now for Louise.
When I first got into like Magic, I bought a bunch of perfect cards, and now like, yeah, the perfect fit would have been. This is the
That should be up.
By the way, I'm drinking an Americano today, which I almost never do. I went to my local coffee shop and they told me their ice machine wasn't working, so I couldn't get a cold brew. And I told the barista that it ruined my day. So she said, what do you mean? I said, you know, I have a live stream later today. I host a Magic the Gathering Twitch channel and YouTube channel, and I really needed this cold brew to get my day started right. So this whole conversation unfolds where I'm telling her that, yeah, Magic the Gathering, I'm playing since 1995. It's this game where you're a planeswalker wizard and you cast spells and creatures. And I was surprised. The barista was like really into it and asking me a lot of questions about Magic. And said, how do I get started? And then I said, okay, that's enough. I just want to let you know before you get started with Magic the Gathering that ever since 2016, Mark Rosewater implemented a design philosophy called Fire Design. And it's really been all downhill since then. Ruined my life. Just as much as you not having cold brew today ruined my life. And just to wrap up that story, now I'm drinking an Americano.
So
Actually, I picked this up before.
Oh, that's nice. One guy just pulled it over.
Luino with the correct take. If they didn't want to hear hard truths from caffeine-deprived customers, they shouldn't have become a barista. I agree. I'm tired of this crap. Where's my cold brew? I said I wanted to speak to the manager.
With Sage, you get Veils out of the side. Your cyber cards all I can't imagine why you.
Narsets are getting blown up left and right. Tyler Goblin Grandee with the correct take. You should have slammed your bagel face down on the floor and left Chris. I agree. That's what I should have done. Instead, I told them all about Magic the Gathering and Fire Design. Ledju says I started playing Magic once Fire Design was announced. Oh, man. Because of me, there was a new Magic player in Twitch chat a moment ago who was asking us all how to get started and really into the game after just learning about it. They're gone now. Because of me, they don't play Magic anymore. MTG Karen, yeah. Yeah, because of me, the person no longer wants to play Magic. Oh, man. Oh, there is Days Undoing. Okay, so Days Undoing is in the deck. Which is very exciting. Let's see if it resolves. Force of Fill, 1 card in hand. This is going to look rough. Boom. Scoop. Days Undoing. Bam. Game over.